Welcome. Yay. I'm so excited that you're here and thank you for being on. I am Lisa Ware. I'm here with our Global Goddess Tribe group of women from all over the country, here to do some really fun and just a really laid back, heart opening practice today. We were just on our community Sangha. Sangha is like a time where we gather together in tribe. And so in our Sangha today, we talked about like our why and our purpose. And on the 16th, we'll be doing a special workshop for our dream life and our intuitive guide to what our vision is for our life. And I'll help walk you through that. So we were talking about that today. And then we want to end with just being on the mat and sharing with every one of you too, that is not part of our inner circle and wasn't part of the call, but we wanted to jump on and give you some of these practices and these tools to really expand and open the heart. And what the kind of underlying theme was from today was everyone just feels like they really want to drop into the heart center and just really show up super authentically this next year or this year, as we were moving into this new energy of this new earth. And it's just, it's so exciting and it's so expansive. And my intention is to show up and just be completely present in my heart space through everything I'm doing with Yoga for Love online training programs, through how I'm showing up to offer our Inner Goddess retreats. And then now, if those of y'all have not been aware of what we have just launched, we have founded a church called Temple of the Sacred Heart with my ceremony partner, Jamie Ray. And we have a beautiful board of directors overseeing this whole foundational church. And we have over 65 members now. And this is something where we're just delving so much deeper into the heart space. I'm just consistently blown away with what Spirit has in store for us. And it's so exciting. So today I just wanted to offer some movement and a little bit of flow so we can just utilize that, that heart space opener to just allow our own body to be a compass and be a guide. So we're going to start with a little bit of breath work. So go ahead and jump on your mat, and we're going to start using a meditation cushion to sit on, or if you don't have a meditation cushion, then just get like a firm pillow or a firm folded blanket to sit on. Drop your shoulders away from your ears and just begin breathing in and out through the nose. Nice full deep breath in and out. And just relaxing. Breathe it out. Bring it all the way into the top of the lungs. And exhaling everything out. Just wiggle from side to side and settle the shoulders down and just turn the neck back and forth. And we're going to just begin to drop into our intention of our vision or our why, our purpose. So take this opportunity just to bring your hands to your heart, over the heart, palms facing the body. And just think about like what really, really brings you the most joy. What activities, who are you with, where are you in the world when you're feeling that highest vibration of joy? And then begin to expand your vision of your life, encompassing more and more and more of that joy practice. What does it look like when you embody the joy in your work? What does it look like when you embody the joy in your family life, in your relationships? What does it look like when you embody that joy and not waver from it at all as you move into the community? How can you stay fully aligned with this inner compass as you move through the world and show up in your life? And how do you intend on showing up for yourself? Maybe there's places where you've just not really shown up for yourself. You just put yourself last. And perhaps now is the time to start placing yourself on the top of that priority list and really allow your heart to be your guidepost. So there's a really beautiful posture that I love to do, especially if those of y'all that have smaller or larger pets. This is a great practice you can do because your pets are low to the ground. So I like to do this practice when I'm petting my dogs or playing with my cat. And it's called Anahatasana. It is a heart opening posture. And it just breaks open all of that stuff in the heart space. So to get the heart space ready, let's take our arms out and up and big breath here. And then exhale out and down and sweep your arms in front of you. And then inhaling up and open and look up, crisscross, and then exhale out and then crisscross your other hand below. And just flowing like you're swimming through the air. And then just allow your head to look down as your hands come down. Allow your eyes to look up as your hands come up. And just flowing and opening the space wide open, just like you have wings all the way up. And I notice a lot of people when you begin practicing yoga, you're afraid to take up all your space. Take up all your space. We have always been taught in this society, in the patriarchal world, that we are too much. You take up too much space. You know what? Excuse my French, but fuck that. Take up all the space you are given. Take it all up and scoop up that energy. Bring it down from the heavens and scoop it around your body as a bubble of protection. Scoop it up from the earth, drawing it up and around you and over you and as far and as wide as your energy field expands. And exhale, bringing it down from Father Sky around your body, sealing your energy with the energy of the archangels guarding you, scooping it up from the center of Mother Earth, up and around your body. And imagine this energy field is just flowing in all directions. So it makes like a little equator line, not only side to side, but front to back, diagonally in all the directions. And as soon as you feel like your whole entire energy bubble is completely filled and full of light and energy, then begin to just kind of place your palms out and seal it up, sealing it up any little fissures and any little cracks, sealing it up down at the earth, all around you, in front of you, and behind you, and lining that energy bubble with something soft and maybe like silk or down or cotton. And then just bring your hands down, crown, third eye, throat, and heart. And take a moment to sit in this beautiful bubble of energy that you've created, which was always there, but now you're very aware of it. You feel completely connected through the crown space to Father Sky and your angels, your archangels, and your master teachers and your guides, and you feel super grounded and connected, dropping your tailbone in, wiggle side to side, and root all the way deep down into Mother Earth. Let's go ahead and take your pillow or bolster and bring it out in front of you. And so you're going to lay it out. I have another bolster here, which I prefer. If you have one, it's a long, skinny bolster, and you can use that if you have one, or you can use a pillow from your bed. So whatever you feel that you have handy, and you're going to bring yourself into hands and knees, all fours position. So once you're here in this all fours position, you're going to simply just begin to stack up some props. So that way you have a place to rest your chest and just lower down your heart. Now this is what I was telling you when you're playing with your pets. You can just be on the ground like this and just playing with your pets, petting your dog or your cat, coming down on their level and bringing your heart to melt into the earth. So this is called heart melting posture. Anahata is the heart space. So make sure your knees don't come underneath you like child's pose, and your knees are not back behind you like a plank. They're just directly in alignment underneath your center of your hip. And then you're just lowering that heart space down. And the higher your props are, the less pressure you're going to have on your shoulders. So some of you might have tight shoulders. You might be tight in the trapezoids behind the back of your body. You might be tight in the deltoids and the little cap that goes over your shoulder. And so you may want to just put one arm back at first, and then you can reach it forward and you can take the other arm back. So one at a time. You're going to bring your neck into neutral. I'm looking at you because you're over there, but really in your practice, you want your head to come down. So maybe my kitty will come over here and let me practice. Come here. Oh, of course he's not going to cooperate because he's a cat. But normally, Like if he's laying on the ground, I'll just lower down. Come here, pigeon. And then just play with him while I'm just melting my heart down on the ground. So keeping the neck in neutral, melting your heart space down. So he knew I was coming after him. Come here. So as you play with your animals, then you can just get down on their level and just allow yourself that space where you're eye to eye and imagining what life is like when you're close to the ground. Really, a much deeper connection to the earth. Just breathing here. I have somebody underneath my bed trying to attack now. In and out through the nose. A couple more breaths and just let yourself drop down. Now if you can move one of your props out, maybe get down just a little lower. This is where it really squeezes out that energy between the traps and the back of the heart. Your booty's going to be sticking up in the air. Just melting your heart down and breathe. Big breath in and out. And then coming on up. And let's move our props out. We're going to move into cat and cow. So just breathing into the heart space, opening the heart up, lifting the tailbone up, dropping the shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale, round the head, shake it out, round the neck, pull the belly button up to the spine, pull your tailbone under, squeeze out the breath. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Just begin to move the hips and shoulders side to side as you move into cat and cow. Roll those shoulders. Exhale it back to the head, drop out. Shaking out the head, neck, and shoulders. Moving into cow. Exhale into cat. And then we're going to tuck our toes, reach our hands forward, press back into child's pose, and let your head drop. And just breathing here, active child's pose. Shake the head out. Come up into your first downward facing dog and just pedal out the legs. Walking it out, alternating pressing up the heels. Just breathing here. Soften the knees and bring the knees all the way out to the edges of our mat. Bend the knees and push the chest back. So you're making a really deep, wide-legged down dog. Bring your thumbs closer together. Walk your hands back a little closer to your feet. And then just lift up and squeeze. Push your heart center towards your thighs. Bend the knees even more. Your head's going to be very close to the ground. It might actually be on the ground. Push back, push back, push back. Squeeze out all of that energy in the armpits and the shoulders. And then inhale, bring it forward. Let's drop into child's pose. Grab your props. Set your props on like a pillow or a blanket on the back of your knee or back of your calves. Widen the knees. And then bring something underneath your chest. And just drop down into your child's pose and just rest. Wrapping the arms around the body. Drop the elbows out beside you so that the shoulders can really melt. And just adjusting those props so that way you can drop down and release all the way. If you don't want the prop there, you can take that out all the way and come all the way to the ground. If your head was turned, go ahead and flip and turn the other way for a few breaths. Big, long, full breaths. And then reaching forward. Bring your knees back underneath you. Move your props out to the side. Press back into an active child's pose, tucking those toes. Let the head drop out. Shake out the head, neck, and shoulders. Breathe here. Come up to your downward facing dog again. Pedaling out the legs. Move the hips from side to side. Go ahead and widen the knees. We're going to do that one more time. Bend the knees really deep and walk your hands back. Thumbs are going to come close to each other and make more like a hammock. So this is like a hammock down dog. Where we're breathing here. Just move the legs a little bit just to settle in. Press back, so you're squeezing those shoulder blades together. You're making a back bend here. Knees are super bent. Squeeze those shoulders out. And then inhale, coming into all fours. So let's move through cat and cow. Exhale everything out. Inhaling into cow. Exhale everything out. And one more breath into cow. Exhale into neutral spine. Let's come back into our heart melting pose. I see my cat's on my mat, so I'm gonna try to sneak over there before he runs away. So when you're in heart melting pose, playing with your pets, just gonna come down here and get your heart center close to the ground. You can just hang out. It's really an interesting perspective to be only a few inches off the ground. We're definitely a lot closer to the earth this way. Go ahead and grab a prop to make sure your chest is supported. Blankets, pillows, whatever you have around. And come down. Again, bring your neck into neutral. Just breathe here. Nice, long, deep, full breath. When you're ready, coming back up. Now he's being nice and chill. Very sweet. Come back into your cat and cow. And just moving with your own breath, rolling it out. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Let's come back in, moving our prop out. Active child's pose. Pressing back, toes tucked under, feet are shoulder width apart. Hands are shoulder width apart. Drop your head out, let your head rest. Spread out those fingers. Nice, long, straight arms. Elbows are off the ground. Lift up into your downward facing dog and just walk it out. Pedaling out the legs. Let's reach our right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hip. A nice big stretch. Get back up and we're going to step our right foot forward. Coming up into Crescent Lunge. Rolling up. Take your hand to your thigh. Bring your gaze up and reach up to the sky. Back heel is off the ground. In and out through the nose. So you can lock our hands around the back of our body and open that heart. Flip your palms if you can. You're going to move right into a humble warrior. So drop the edge of your back foot down. Move your right foot slightly to the right side of your mat. We're going to drop forward and surrender. Let your head drop out. Rest your ribs on your right thigh for stability. You're not turning to the left. You're keeping your shoulders square with the front of your mat. Just let yourself drop down. Right knee stays right over the ankle. You're resting your chest on your thigh here. Looking back behind you, upside down. Take a new perspective on the world. Release it out. Let's press back into child's pose. Let the shoulders get a little break here. By wrapping them around, let your shoulders drop out, let the elbows drop out to the ground, and breathe. In and out through the nose. Deep breath in, deep breath out. I don't know if you'll notice if you do yoga at home, but your pets always are attracted to when you're doing yoga. Come back up. Tuck the toes. Press back again, active child's pose. Feet and hands are shoulder width apart. Come back up. Lift that left leg up to the sky. Big breath in. Bend the knee, open the hip. Bringing that heel towards your right hip. Kick it back up. We're going to step our left foot between the thumbs. Press back into your back heel. Now we're going to use our hands and walk up. Bring our gaze forward. When you're ready, come all the way up. Crescent lunge. Press back to that back heel and breathe. Heart opener. Interlock the hands if you can. If not, you can grab opposite elbows. Move your left foot to the left side of your mat. Now put the edge of your back foot down for stability, but don't open the hips. We're still facing forward. Lock the hands and then drop into your humble warrior. Let your left ribs rest on your left thigh. Let your head drop out, shake it out. Just breathe here. Pushing back into the edge of that back foot. Opening that heart space. Breathe up, all the way back up. Crescent lunge here, and come back down. Step it back. Let's find our child's pose. And just rest here, just for a couple breaths. In and out through the nose. Come back up into all fours. Step onto your knees. We're coming to a standing camel. Pressing the hands into the thighs. Widen the knees a little bit. Tuck your toes to grab a little bit more stability. And we're going to inhale, reach that right hand forward and up. Begin to just open the heart space. Take that left hand around. Make a little fist. Place your fist right at your sacrum, right above your tailbone. Begin to open the heart space, looking up. You might stay right here. You might bring the other hand back more or all the way back to join the other fist. You can keep the chin locked for more stability. You can drop the head. If you want to reach, grab your heels and come into your full camel and breathe. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Drop the chin, come back up part way, and then come back to stands on knees. And breathe. Holding stable here. Take a moment to just ground. When you're ready, taking that right or that left hand up this time to lead with. Take your right hand around and place a little fist right at the center of your sacrum. Begin to lean back, but drop your chin into throat lock to hold that energy from the root to the throat. Begin to reach back. When you feel like you've reached your edge, you can stay there, or you can reach around both hands into camel. If you want to go ahead and begin to drop the head. You can also reach for your heels, or you can flatten out your feet and place your palms on the soles of your feet. Several breaths here. Push your hips forward. And breathe. Huge breath. One more. Tuck the chin. Come back to your camel with hands on the sacrum. And back to stands on knees. Let's move right into hero's pose. So we're going to sit back between the heels, grab your prop. You can sit on the ground. We're not sitting on the feet. We're actually sitting on our prop, or we're sitting between the feet on the ground. If that gives you too much pressure on your knees, grab your prop. I think this one's better because this one's awfully high for me. So I have the bolster instead. You can also use a yoga block here, or a firm pillow, or a rolled up towel. Notice if the tailbone is sticking out and up. So drop your tailbone down into the earth and then ground through your hands. Notice if your feet are wide like a W, bring your knees like a railroad track, and your toes, your pinky toes, are going to be even with the outside edges of your mat. They're not pigeon-toed. Breathe. Just really ground in here. Marasana is hero's posture. This is a beautiful posture for checking in with our guru, our inner light. It's not the most comfortable posture, but part of the discomfort in this posture is just releasing it and letting it just be what it is. You don't always have to be comfortable. For some reason, in the Western world, we just seek comfort, seek comfort, seek comfort. We seek so much comfort to the point that we actually don't ever push ourselves out of our comfort zone. So when we're seeking and looking for our inner guru in Marasana, we're actually beginning to feel that discomfort, because whenever we're outside of our comfort zone, we're growing. If you're super comfortable, you're probably not growing. And as a famous entrepreneurial women's mentor, Mary Kay Ash, once was quoted, "If you rest, you rust." So just continue to grow. See what that looks like this next year. See what your vision is and how you can align your life to match that vision of your life. Let's go ahead and move out to the side and sweep our feet forward. Move your prop out and come into half lotus or easy seated. Flexing at the ankles, dorsiflexion. Bring the heel over the edge of the femur so that the ankle bone is all the way on top of the thigh bone. Your other ankle bone is directly beneath your other thigh bone, your other femur. Let's bring our palms open, or you can take meditation mudra, which is just placing the left hand to support the right and touching the thumbs, the tip of the thumbs, to make a little oval. And just allow that mudra just to rest in your lap. Roll the shoulders up and open and down and relax the elbows. Now begin to focus on the sound of your breath in and out through the nose. If you have a half lotus practice, then just alternating which heel is on top. If you have a full lotus practice, you can take your other heel and bring it up into full lotus. And just breathe. Let's bring our palms and heels of the hands together. So we're going to practice Lotus Mudra. Pinkies together, thumbs together, spreading open the fingers like a lotus flower, right at our heart space. So this is the jewel within the lotus. This is the lotus of the heart. The jewel is the inner guru. The jewel is the space inside of our heart where we are the most at one. And so finding that inner space, the mantra here is Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, the jewel within the lotus of our heart. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. So just repeating the mantra in your own heart. Om Mani Padme Hum. Shining that light inside the heart and letting that heart light shine outward like a beacon, like a lighthouse for all to see your light. Let's bring that offering of the lotus to our throat, speaking our truth into the world, using our voice to shift and share love, filtering our words to be of loving kindness, bringing that lotus right above the third eye, that Anja chakra, the place where our thoughts become things as we bring them into this manifestation, this reality. As we think of our visions, then we begin to execute them into our life and aligning that with our heart space. And then bringing the Lotus Mudra up and out above our head, connecting us to our great spirit, God, Goddess. However we call that something greater than ourselves. And bringing all those blessings back down, seal it in with Anjali Mudra at our heart space, honoring the light within ourselves, honoring the light within each other, and honoring that light within each and every living being. And together, with a deep bow in reverence to our highest self and to each other as we mirror each other in this practice. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for our practice today. And I look forward to seeing you throughout this next year on our videos. You can subscribe here so you can make sure that we stay connected. And perhaps I'll see you at an Inner Goddess retreat this next year, or I'll see you on the next chat. Namaste. So much love to you.